Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 16 properties today. And before we get started, we have tours of homes that run 7 days a week. You can click over there. It takes about 2 hours to come. We do them in the mornings, afternoons, and then some days we do them in the evenings. And the purpose of the tour is to give you a sense of what your money gets, to give you a sense of the different neighborhoods. You're not allowed to bring a checkbook. It's not about buying a home. It's about getting educated so that you make better decisions when it is time to buy. When's the right time to do a tour? We've had people that have done it a year before they want to buy. We've had people that have taken a tour, a week or two before they feel like they're ready. So whatever feels comfortable for you, but the resource, the learning that comes from that is absolutely amazing. And we'll give you a book and a map and all kinds of stuff that will really help you out with your buying process. So Milton Tour of Homes, just over there. Let's get started with today's list. From an affordability standpoint, this one on Childs is looking really good. I mean, there's one-bedroom condos going for $249, $255. So when we see $269 here, we're doing okay. Now, there is no garage in this home. It's an older kitchen, but that's what you get for $269. With a garage and with more updating, the first digit starts with a 3, just to give you some context. So what you actually have is a communal parking area. So this one is surface parking. Where that can present problems, typically with a garage, you have a garage space plus a driveway space if you have 2 cars. In this particular complex, there's only 1 parking spot. So that may limit their buyers, but I would say that the price point is very attractive and will attract quite a few buyers. Short read Crescent is $499.9. It's a Westgate corner, 1717 square feet. We saw one on Marks that sold in the winter for way up in the 5s with a finished basement. It had some more upgrading than this one does, but it's a solid, nice looking home. And I think they've got the price right on this. I think that this is the day and age when a 1,700 square foot townhouse, there you go, with your finished basement there, pretty much goes for this kind of price. It's getting harder and harder to find detached homes under $550. So we have this one here on Saville. Hard to tell the layout from the outside. I thought it was a Shady Glen, but I think it's the smaller one. Patterned concrete in the back, and actually let's not overlook the fact that it has trees and privacy all throughout the back end. The shutters look good. We've got crown moldings, hardwood floors. So there you go. It's actually, to me, doesn't look too bad at all. There you go. I think that's a nice looking backyard. So overall, you're kind of close to Derry, and Saville can be a busier street, but that's what you get for this price range, especially if you want privacy behind. Without a doubt, to me, the pick of the day is this one on Watson Terrace, $574.9. It's a Mattamy Powell. There's people that'll say, well, the siding, whatever. Here's the thing, 1,900 square feet, finished basement. We've got a nice looking kitchen. And then we also are backing onto a park, and it's a very, very quiet street. This one just has it going on. It's clean, it's tidy, it's well kept. It creates a positive impression for the men who like the man cave. This one will tickle their fancy, and there's also a bathroom downstairs, some mature shrubbery, and then you've got this this lovely park behind, a bit of interlock. Totally move-in ready, and definitely worth a look. Next up is HInchey Crescent. They dropped the price on this one a little bit. I can't think of a better front and back on this one. You back onto a pond on a nice 115 feet deep property. Like, I don't know if the pictures do the yard justice. It's deeper than a lot of old Milton properties. Great looking kitchen here. Pot lights. The finishes are good. If I had to attack something about this house, it would be the fact that there's 1 bedroom here. This one does not have a closet, so it's called a bedroom, but it's not a huge room, and there's not a lot of options. I mean, even if you were to do an armoire here, it'd be very difficult. You'd almost have to have a dresser somewhere in this room for it to make sense, and double sinks. And then what's in front of it? There's the backyard there, but what's in front is a little park area. So that's it. Pond in the back and park in the front. That to me is awesome. Great looking house. You can even sit outside here and watch the kids at the park. Yeah, you can find bigger houses for this price range, but you've got a lot of really nice things about this home that if you're okay with almost a 3-bedroom plus a den upstairs, go for it. So Stevenson, I never remembered the model here, but it's a Mattamy house. It's on a 56-foot lot. I believe it was the smallest home on a 56. I think the name starts with a B, but it's like 24 something square feet. It's got a nice layout. Kind of an interesting, you can always tell this model because you've got these 2 pillars in the kitchen. But the same model just sold on McNeil, facing a park. Nice home. The pictures were terrible, but it wasn't a bad home at all. And it sold in, well, let's just say mid to high 6s. And this one has some advantages. It is better finished. It also has a fully finished basement here. There's not many homes that go up for sale on Stevenson, so it's a very stable, quiet street. I just don't know if they can justify the difference compared to the one that just sold. Last one is this one on Bousfield for $599, and when you look at the house, let's just say you could buy this house for less than $599. I like some of the things they did in the kitchen, but really on its own, a single car garage, it's not worth anywhere close to the $599. So what really gives it value is the lot, and so that probably gives you the best view of how wide and how long and everything else it is. Yeah, so lot size would be the main factor here. If you look at where it is, 268 Bousfield right here. It's a very quiet street. You have a residential house here, and then you also have apartment building right there, and then you've got the condo town. So this is the GIS map. I'll put a link down below, but you can switch through different views, so you can see the zoning on this. So 268 right here, RLD stands for residential low density. RHD is high density, which is townhouses and apartments like we see here. Low density here because there's a house. IA is a church, so it's institutional. Oops. You don't need to go to rural zoning. You can also see the aerial placed right on top of the map. So if you're wondering where a house is or what it looks like, you can flip between views here. So very handy map. And that's it. That's the story on this one. And it's just a question of whether or not a buyer is willing to pay, gosh, I got to figure at least a $50,000 premium for having the larger piece of property. So that is the list. If you have any questions, just give us a call, and we're here to help. And we are also here to host a tour of homes if you're planning on coming on the weekend or in the next few days. Like I said, I think it's the best 2 hours that you could invest, aside from maybe the buyer class. If you want to know the nuts and bolts, it's a great way to learn. So all the options are over there, and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.